unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
Dude, I hate this toggle run mechanic. I've never noticed how bad it was until now. No, see, like, she stopped running there after I drink a potion. So, like, it turns off sometimes, then it's on sometimes. It's so inconsistent. I think I've noticed it before, but, like, holy crap, with this fight, where you have no cover, and, like, all you're doing is trying to run, it really affects it. Because it turns off when you heal, it turns off when you do anything.
Cyan said something about
But like, if
streets.
you're just kind of changing directions and whatnot, when you stop to shoot, it doesn't turn off. So I'm standing there a bunch of times because it's not turning off. Or like it's not turning on.
The new
It's so
unit that Cyan
inconsistent.
warned
So
us
like
about.
it's not on
This
now.
won't be
Now I'm
easy.
running.
We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
Still got me. I'm no longer running because I healed. Now, still running. Okay, that time the camera changed its angle on me. Can't run. Can't run. Can't dive. Can't dive. I hit the wrong button. Only dove it once. No dive. Got stuck on this machine there. His legs. He turned around and killed me. I don't understand why like the input lag is so bad right here.
Straits. Is that what the tower's for?
And I lost my potions. Because I was doing them before. I don't have any fire resistance. Because I did it before the scene.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
I thought it like they were disappearing. I wasn't sure. I was like, when did I use them? I didn't. Well, I used them during the fight, but... I'm stuck. stopped running again. Minimal damage. Okay.
This one is mine.
New move, cool. Still hit by the fire. This time I just failed to roll. The fact that my fire potions disappeared
Restraints.
is super shitty. Super shitty. That's not cool.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let him stop us.
Take it down.
Like, these are supposed to break armor, right? Tried to change directions there and it didn't happen. Boy, that mechanic, dude. It's just really bad here.
Okay, Cyan said something about
Really bad here.
Is that what the town is?
We're gonna save that till later. Let's
New
just do
unit that
potions
Cyan
now.
warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down.
It still hits me. Doesn't matter that I'm in full sprint running from it. It still hits me. Okay, so now I'm no longer. Not sure what stopped me from sprinting there, but something did. It's relentless.
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the town is?
Man, the fact that I don't have my potions. I think that's what I'm most cheesed about. Because I came in here prepared. And the fact that the game took it away from me, because I did it before the cutscene. That's
New
lame.
unit that Cyan warned us about.
Super lame.
This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down.
What do these do? Ah. Well, I will be. For fuck's sakes.
This one is mine.
Can I please move? Thank you. Guess not. Come on, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
The pulse gives them energy. Repairs them.
Tower. It's repairing.
Oh, but he destroyed it that time. I think one went through that rock that I was behind.
Okay. Cyan said something about restraints.
Dude, I really wish I had that fire resist still. Because I think I would have it by now. Damn. Pretty cheesed about it.
New unit. Can't let it stop us.
Take it down.
Go. I don't know what I'm getting hit by, but it's fucking me up, whatever it is. Come on. Please. couldn't do anything. I was standing up.
Okay. Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the towers were? The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
What happened to my slow-mo? Was it already out? What happened to my, like... I hit shift to slow things down because I thought I saw my meter full. But apparently it wasn't?
Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the towers were?
I don't even, like, charge up my arrows. Because I'm afraid of losing now.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
Where is it? Where's him? Where's the freezing thing though? Track of the level.
Okay. Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what
This is way past my bedtime. But I kind of want to finish it tonight.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down.
When can I, like, start actively hitting it? Is my question. I think I'm dead, actually. What was that? Oh, it's just shooting off rocks. Okay. These things disappeared.
Another tower! Stop it! They're preparing the beast!
That one somehow missed. That one somehow missed. dead. I think I got him. I did it. Usually I have cover, right? Like usually I have a lot of cover, so like those moments of
You
stopping,
spoke of the tower. What must be done?
they don't hinder nearly as much as they did in this fight. But in this fight, when you're like hitting corners and trying to like change directions real quick, it really hinders. Okay, well we got it. Rough. That was a rough fight. It was a real rough fight. I'm glad they helped with like the ads. That would have sucked to have to do that by myself.
Whatever you're going to do to that tower, do it now.
Yeah, well you're in the way.
Detected autonomous defenses in operation.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Artok. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
Okay, if this dungeon escape is ridiculous, I'm gonna be so upset.
One of those?
It's the only way!
Dude, I went rock climbing before this, and like just the thought of how torqued my arms would be, like holding on to that after a fight, and then like trying to hold somebody up.
Give me up top, Aratak! Now!
Would have just dropped her ass and been like, sorry.
I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Wait for the guy. Maria is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Well then, let's go.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
I have to finish off the DLC. I know it's late for me, but it's got to get done. I hope at this point it's pretty obvious why I'm fast traveling. I can't imagine the end of the game is going to be much harder than that. What skill could I've, like, really done to dodge prowess? That's probably heavy spirit. Yeah, let's do this. On my next level I get this. I think that would have helped. Especially in that fight. I kept getting hit by the fire, even running out of it.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Ourea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Ourea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Ourea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Ourea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated.
Interesting.
It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
You meant a lot to Aurea.
Once I understood Aurea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship.
I don't think
She
we
felt
knew that
disconnected
about
from
Gaia
her
yet.
tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Aurea's compassion for me
maybe we
would
should
lead
have.
to self-sacrifice.
I know she killed herself for it.
Although I do fear non-existence,
I know she
wish
was
our
destroyed.
roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct?
Yes.
Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. What are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation.
I
but
guess
it
maybe we
is
should have learned
possible.
that in the last place. Oh my god. The game just crashed. let's see how much we lost. Oh, that makes me so nervous. That makes me super nervous. Hmm. That was enough conversation with her. Well, when we go back, we'll probably just finish that up. Oh man, come on. There we go. That sucks. That's a very inconvenient crash. Alright. Hopefully I didn't lose too much progress. Painful crash. Good lord. Alright.
Hello, Aloy. Because of your, I feel profound. It is you are. We can commute.
Okay, so we've got everything we need out
I
of her.
should get...
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Ourea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
You have to tell them you were made by the Old Ones. That you're not any kind of spirit. It's the only way they can start to learn about how things really are.
I see. Do you believe that I misled Ourea?
No.
Yes.
Not in any way that mattered.
She perished believing she was preserving the blue light of her beliefs.
Maybe. But what she really wanted to preserve was you.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak.
Okay.
See how he's doing.
Man, that made me nervous. So that was only the second crash this whole time. I know people have had some real rough issues with this game, but alright. I wonder if this is going to conclude the DLC. I feel like I'm pretty close to done. Well, I mean, like, what else are they going to send me to do? Am I going to go fight Hephaestus?
My chieftain,
Just... Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the love, because I like this guy.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrack can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
Do we get to keep
A
the outfit?
wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Okay, so there are optional quests here. I'm pretty close to the end of the game. I'm not going to finish it tonight. I need sleep. I super need sleep. I'm going to visit the defenses the next time I play. For now, I'm going to save here at this fire pit. Call it a night. Holy crap. That was a lot of fighting. That crash scared the crap out of me though. I was like, no, please don't make me lose everything. So the DLC, I mean, it's pretty good. It is harder. Most of it was fun, interesting story. Kind of branches off the like what we know from the original story. I think the boss fight was a little buggy in the fact that
Wonderful.
I did lose my potions that I used before the cutscene. So like anytime I tried to preemptively drink for the fight, I lost those. I think that would have helped me survive several times. Shooting the canisters, that was kind of a cool thing that I should have figured out. It was probably in those audio logs, and that's why when I get a little impatient with games, I don't know, I feel like with this game there's too much text and too much audio. Well, like the audio logs are fine, but there's like too much text in every file. I felt that throughout the game. Like, sum it up. There's a lot of stuff in there that is like, I don't know, it doesn't mean anything. So when I was reading it, I was like, okay, this doesn't add too much to the story. These are just like love letters or like how someone was feeling or just like office squabbles. And it didn't add too much to the story or to the world around it. It was just kind of like humorous pieces. So it got to the point where I haven't been reading them to the fullest extent. That's kind of what's happening with Death Stranding in the emails. too many emails for them to be actually significant to the story. Like, if you watch my playthrough of the Original Sin 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, you'll see I hit a lot of the books and I read a lot of the books because a lot of the books have to do with lore. They're not that long. They're a couple paragraphs each, and there's not too many of them. Like, I don't mind going through conversations. You know, I go to side quests to get the conversations. I'll talk to the people and get a lot of conversation. But just like when it's walls of text that have nothing to do with anything besides like maybe a little bit of comedic edge, it's, I don't know. It kind of hides important information from the gamer. That's just my personal opinion. But anyways, I will be back tomorrow to play some more Death Stranding. And then this game I will be back Thursday with. Probably pretty late again. I think I'm going to... I'm going to play Thursday and then finish this game up. But for me, that's it for tonight. Once again, I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm Guess. Out.